Alright, this is a review of the Skx007, the one that comes with a metal bracelet. I know there are so many of these reviews out there, but well, I guess you can't have too many. So I've just bought this a couple of days ago, and I really love it. So this is the quick review, just to point out some things that I really like about this watch that may not have been mentioned in other reviews. Okay, first of all, you can take a look at the movement. The second hand, well, I would say it's quite smooth, and it's very legible given that it's painted white. The lume is on the back, so at night you can still see it moving, even though it's not painted at the tip. And then this view gives you the overview of the watch. You can also see that the chain may look a bit soft, flimsy, so it is the Jubilee chain. There was another review that was sort of rattling it, and I guess I will do the same. So it's a bit rattly, as it has been shared, but well, I guess it fits the hand, the wrist very comfortably. Just to let you have a look. Okay, so this is the entire chain. Okay, and buckle at the back. There's no diverse extension. Okay. So this is how it looks if I put it on my hand. Put it on my hand, it rests quite nicely, comfortably, and really forget I'm wearing it, right? So it goes around the contours of the wrist. So this is how it looks. Okay. This is how it looks from further away. Okay, so one thing, let me just point out a few things that I really like about the watch. Okay, one of the things I really like is how well the clasp clicks in. Okay, so it's kind of basic. It's not something that's very solid. Okay, it's like a sort of maybe a thin stainless steel. Okay. So folds nicely, like clicks really well. Okay, so let's try to let you hear it. Right, and this fold clicks it well as well. Okay, do repeat that again. Okay, this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what I like about this watch is also because a lot of it is polished. Okay, so if you look at the chain, it's really nice. The ones at the side here are actually brushed. Okay, and the ones in the center are polished. So it gives a nice look of depth when you look at the watch. Okay. The sides of it is also polished. Okay, so what you notice about the 007 is that it has a bulbous sort of appearance that makes it look heftier than, you know, other dive watches. Yeah. Okay, this area is brushed. Okay, but the sides are polished. Right. No Seiko logo, no logo at the crown. The other thing I like is how tight and firm the screw-in crown feels. So it has a lot of thread on it. See, it's got deep threads on it. Yeah, so it's easy. It's quite large, and it's quite accessible. Okay, so it's easy to unscrew, but it screws in really tight. Okay, so let's say I unscrew it. Okay, it comes out. Right, to apply quite a lot of pressure to push it in, and once it's in, it doesn't move anymore. Okay, so it gives you the assurance that it's really tight. Okay, then as for the clicks, find it slightly tight. Okay, but of course these things tend to get loosened after a while, so not much complaints here. It lines up really good, as you can see. Okay, it seems to be slightly, maybe half a millimeter to the left, but it's not perceptible from a distance. Okay, I like the numbers. I think they're quite interesting kind of font, different from the divers we have out there right now. The glass is flushed, okay, just maybe another half a millimeter below the case, and the case rises up slightly at the edge, so I think it protects the glass. Okay, it rises up slightly at the edge, just slightly. Okay, I like how the bezel is slightly inset, so it prevents accidental scratching. Okay, the metal at the corners will take more damage, and then hopefully that will prevent that bezel from getting scratched. Okay, just another look here. Okay, slightly, so it's quite protected. The glass, it has sort of a ridge over here, so that kind of gives you, I don't know, a sense that the glass is thicker, or it gives you a different look at certain angles, make it look actually bigger, thicker than it actually is. Okay. One thing I noticed is in the loom here. Okay, I have another watch with a loom at the top, but so it was just the loom exposed, and after a while, you know, it gets a bit dirty, so it gets a bit darker in color, and then the loom doesn't show through. But for Seiko, what I realized is that the loom is also encased in some kind of plastic sheet inside. So if you can, let me try to see whether you can take a look. Yeah, so you can take a look. So the loom is protected, so hopefully it stays clean longer. It can really shine, glow well at night. Okay, this is one thing I realized. Yeah. So maybe let's take a look at the case back. Okay. So you can see it's this, I believe it's the tsunami logo for Seiko, and it's not see-through, but it still looks solid. And you know, one thing that you will have realized by now is the design of the bezel at the side. So I suppose it's for you to be able to turn it easier. It's also quite polished, and it has this sort of a double layer for the crown. So again, from the side, it looks quite special. Okay, I was choosing this. I was deciding between the Skx007 or the one the what others would call the Seiko Submariner. I believe it's the Skx007, something like that. So I decided on this because I believe it has a few unique features that sort of heritage and sort of different from what you will see from a lot of the modern divers. One of which is I like the chain, although it looks a bit oldish, but I think it looks classic. And the oyster case back looks a bit more flat to me. I like the font of the numbers on the bezel. I think it's different. I like how it's it has this bulbous look, something that I can sort of polish and enjoy from time to time. I like how the glass is sort of inset jars slightly. So a lot of the bezel are sort of at a sloping angle, so it looks it looks quite nice. The bezel width is thicker, so it slopes down and it makes it look quite nice. I kind of prefer this. I thought it looks more unique. I also like how the sides are polished nicely. Yeah, overall I think this is very good value for a 200-meter dive watch. I got it at about just above 200 Sing dollars at a trusty shop. Yep, so maybe just a few close-up looks before we finish off. Okay, so this is the watch. This is how the whole watch will look. Okay. How it looks from a distance. All right. Thank you.